Hi, everybody. So I just want to explain a little bit about the first part of your magazine research. We will conduct more research when we get to the UI UX digital platform, but this is mainly to get your brand solidified, because all of those decisions are going to carry over to your final project. So they're very important. So as far as the outline goes, the first paragraph or one or two paragraphs, they just need to talk about your chosen article, which should have been done, and then what you plan to name your magazine. And the article is acting, this is just a placeholder article that you're using. So I'm giving you all the content for the feature story that would go in one of the issues of your magazine that you're designing for this assignment. So your magazine name that you've conceptualized, the brand, and the feature article that you chose to be the feature of this issue. So you need to think about including, why you chose this article, in terms of what points you're trying to make there, anything that would help, point in the direction of your target audience, who is your specific target audience here. And the major thing about this research is really competitive research, looking at your competitors, figuring out who exactly your readership is and who your demographic is, so that you can determine how to stand out from your competitors in such a saturated market, which magazines are. So picture your magazine print publication on a newsstand at Kroger or Walgreens or anywhere where they sell print publications of anything. So think about how it could stand out. Remember, if you read the slides on magazines, a print cover has about 2.5 seconds to grab the reader's attention from the newsstand. So it has to be dynamic. It has to be really captivating to grab the attention of the reader quickly. So with your competitive research, what are at least 5 magazines out there that are doing what you want to do with your magazine? So for this, you can just list in bullet points, but you can just, and you can just do this in InDesign or Word. But I want you to type it all out, have for your competitors, think of anything that goes with that magazine, and you can use images and just plug them in for each of your competitors. So logos, word marks, avatars, typefaces, colors, anything that they use that would describe the voice of their brand. And then another part of that A is think about your stakeholders. And your stakeholders are basically anybody who would care about your magazine or one like it. So I want you to interview 2 of these people, and preferably, they should be outside your regular circle. But I know since the pandemic, that's been a lot more difficult. And so just do your best there. But what you want to interview them on is ask them about stuff that they like when they read magazines. What's useful? What magazines do they read? Or if they read any magazine apps, what are those? What would they improve with the magazines they read? Find out what they like, dislike. They're basically all of that is going to help you create a persona, which is a fictitious group of people that represent your key users or readership. Customers, anybody that would read your magazine. And so in any form, really. So you want to illustrate their unique desires. You want to create this persona thinking about the reader's motivations to read your magazine and help, we're going to address this in a logical manner. So you can just list what type of persona your magazine would have in terms of its demographic. So what are their demographic characteristics, needs, desires, goals, habits, consumer habits, their behaviors, expertise, all of those things will help you. And this is going to lead into your mobile app version of this in the digital platform, and how the user experience in terms of navigation and interactivity with your app and your brand. So this is the first part of your research. We'll do the second part that will relate more to the digital aspect of design, and or the UI UX, I should say, mobile interface design. So for this is what we want so far. So this is part one of your research. Don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions about this.